Hi everybody, it's Cindy here. How are we? It is Monday. What day is it today? It is Monday, November 10th, friends. Hello. As you hop on, say hello and let me know where you are watching me from. If I don't know who you are, even if I know who you are, I always love to know who's here watching me because I don't know unless you tell me and unless you comment. So, welcome. Monday, November 10th. How are we here? We have snow in southwestern Ontario. No, this girl right here is not happy about the snow. I don't like snow. I don't like cold. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Pamela. So we have snow, and I see some of the highways surrounding us are closed right now. Hello, Louise. Snowy Muskoka. I would imagine you probably have way more snow than we do up here. Or you guys up there have way more than we do down here. Blistery Brights Grove. Yeah. It was funny. I was sitting at my desk today. And so I work at the Western Research Park. For those of you that are local, you'll know where that is. And my office mate says to me, I really don't want my daughter driving to Toronto today. And I was like, oh, why not? And she's like, well, look at it outside. And I turned around and it was completely white out. And I was like, oh my goodness, where did all that snow come from? And she's like, well, this is what I mean. She's like, it's snowing so hard. But then it seemed to kind of, lighten up a little bit. So thanks, Kim. I'm assuming you guys don't have snow then out there. Ugh. So anyway, it's only supposed to stay cold and snowy for a couple days and then it's supposed to melt from what I understand. So I'm really hoping so. I need new tires on my car, so I'm waiting for those to come in. I was hoping they were going to come in today so I could get them put on tomorrow, but he didn't message me, so I guess I'm out of luck. So anyway, so it is Monday, November 10th, and I do have a card for you to make alongside with me today. So I thought we'd mix it up just a little bit. It's not a fancy fold, no snow here. Oh, you are so lucky. You are so lucky. Hello, Sharon. So just before we start, I just want to give you guys a heads up that I've been doing a lot of thinking for a very, very long time. And I've decided there's going to have to be some changes going forward in my business. Hello, Christina. So anyway, I don't know when I'm going to announce those. But sometimes when things just aren't working, it's time to switch it up. So stay tuned for details on that. I'm just working on the details of what the new look will look like. There's been a lot going on over the past numerous months. Sometimes I feel like I'm chasing my tail. Hello, Suzanne. So I think these will be positive changes for everybody. So, and sometimes you need to listen to your body, right? So stay tuned for that, but I think they're very, very, very exciting and positive changes. So I'm actually very excited, and I think you also will be very excited. So, crazy windy though. Oh, well, I could take windy over snow. I don't like snow. And Saturday, we were frantically trying to get the cows in because they can't be out because they have no water. Right? Because it was supposed to get cold and blistery, and it's not good for them to be out in the cold and blistery weather. But the barn wasn't cleaned out yet, and so we had to finish cleaning out the barn before we could bring in the cows. But then we had to bed, and the barn's, it's quite large. So we had to bed it, but the lines had to all be blown out so that the pipes don't freeze. Oh, it was a disaster. Anyway, I went back to work today, almost excited to be there. How sad is that? How sad is that? Okay, let's get started. Okay. I told you to prepare some things today. I'm losing my voice again. So I'm going to make 3 cards tonight. And all of a sudden I got super hot. I'm going to make 3 cards tonight. You can make as many or as little as you want. Again, this is not going to be a fun fold. This is going to be a super simple, easy card for you to whip out no matter the occasion. It's a fantastic way to use scraps. And I saw it and I was like, I like that, because you can dress it up or dress it down. So basically you need your single card base. So I am using Misty Moonlight for mine. So that's just a standard card base. And then I told you needed either, and I kind of kept the instructions kind of vague because I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do this. So how you choose to do your card, there's not a right and a wrong with that. So please keep this in mind as we move forward. But as I move forward with the instructions, how many of you guys are crafting along with me so that I know exactly how quickly or slowly to go? So just let me know if you're crafting along or just watching. Okay. So you have your standard card base, and then I told you to have a strip of either solid cardstock or DSP. And this is going to be 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. Hello, Joanne. Joanne's watching. Okay, perfect. So I'm often curious as well. Oftentimes I say, are you watching? Or I will make a fun fold. And I'm always curious to know how many of you guys actually make the cards and just don't post them. I'm always so curious. Okay. What did I say? That was 5 1/4 by 1 1/4? Yes? Okay. So then I told you either solid piece or DSP. That was 3 by 3. So I'm using Peace on Earth for that one. And this one is kind of a weird shape. It's 2 1/2 by 2 3/4. So one might think I'm doing a kit, but watching two. Okay, perfect. I like to be doing a kit too right now. I'm watching the first card. Perfect. Okay. I would have actually anticipated that this would also be a square like this one, but it's not, which threw me right for a loop. Okay. Now, so this is my first card. I'm using Peace on Earth paper. I'm going to use this. I love this paper, actually. So I'm going to show you the card layout, and then I don't always post. Okay, perfect. Yes, Joanne or Janet posts. I do see that. Or sorry, Susan. Susan. Oh my God, I can't see today. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's good. That's okay if you're watching. There's no rights and wrongs here, friends. Okay, so here I'm going to show you the card, and then we're going to dress it up. Okay, so this is going to go somewhere along here. Now, the instructions at 5 1/4. I personally probably would have liked this better if it was 5 1/2, but that's just a Cindy thing. That's not anybody else thing. And then I think this was supposed to go like this, if I remember correctly. No, actually, I think this was supposed to go like this. Hang on. I think this is supposed to go like this. And then I think this is supposed to go like this. Okay? Is the actual card. However, I never follow instructions. If you know me, I don't do anything the way I'm supposed to. So I'm going to do mine like this. And then I'm going to do this like this, because I actually like that better. Okay. Yes, I'm curious to know. I was going to message you actually about that, Sheila. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. Now, couple things. I need some feedback. I want to emboss this. I actually want to emboss this. But I need to decide what I'm going to put here. So this is what I was thinking. Peace on Earth is this embossing folder, right? So this is the one with the really nice label and then the design on the outside. So I was thinking that might be kind of cool to do on this piece, right? Because it kind of fits the front of the card. So then that would leave that opened, right? Something that would be kind of cool. And then I was thinking, but what happens if I took and just, that may not be that wide. No, okay. So I'm going to emboss the back with that. And then what if I did this? What if I took this one? I have yet to use this one much at all. And I was just thinking to emboss this piece in here, just to give it a little bit more texture. Right? What do you think? Hello, Colleen. This is what I'm thinking, okay? Now, we have to decide on a sentiment, though, for this one. So let me go and do some embossing behind me. And while I am doing that, my friends, what I need from you is I need some ideas on what do we want this card the sentiment of this card to be. Okay. So I'm going to go emboss, and I'm going to go emboss. And I need to know, what am I going to make this card be? It does not have to be a holiday card, by the way. Keeping that in mind. Okay, just embossing the second one. Oh, I need to please. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, here we go. So let's take a look at what we got here. A birthday card. A birthday card. Okay. So I'm thinking something like this. This actually could be a birthday card, because this is not like this specific piece of paper is not holiday anything, right? What do you think? Does that look okay? Or does it look weird? Should I move this over? I want to be able to see this. Leafy things. It seems a shame to cover the pattern paper with the white card. Perhaps the white could be a bit smaller. 100% it can be. For sure it can be. We can make that smaller. I agree. I don't like covering up designer series paper when it's so pretty, like especially when it's so pretty like this. So this one's 2 2.5 by 2 3/4. So let's go 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. What do you think? Is that too much, do you think? It's paper. They make it every day. Who am I kidding? What did I say, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4? Is that what I just said? I don't know my name most days, so measurements are extremely hard. All right, so let's go. So I love showing you guys these kind of layouts where it's like, hey, I've got all these like pieces of scrap that I really just don't know what to do with. Put the strip in the middle of the card. Okay, I can do that. There, that's probably a little bit nicer, is it? So we are saying put this here. It's hard to do this when you're trying to hold everything down. Does that look okay? Do we like this better? I do like the strip in the middle, actually. I can cut this down even more if we want that. What do we think? This is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. I could go 2 by 2. I'll give you guys a second to get caught up. Do we agree on a birthday card? Is that weird? Hi, Marlon, honey. Do we just agree? Very nice. I do. Okay. Okay. Friends, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to start by gluing this in the middle. Now, remembering, so look how pretty this, you guys probably can't tell how pretty this embossing folder is. And it's going sideways, but you know what? Nobody's going to be looking that close at my card. And if they are, wow, how like special am I that somebody's going to look that closely at my card to find the flaws? What will the sentiment look like? I don't know. I don't know. Shows more of the embossing in the middle. Yeah. See, this is empty, right? Okay, so let me put this down and then we'll look at the white piece and then we'll decide like what kind of sentiment are we going to use? Which one do we want to use? Which ones do we not want to use? Okay, we can do all those fun things. So I have a private class tomorrow night. And I'm hoping the weather cooperates because, oops, daisies, let me go this way. There we go. Okay, so I saw the comment to go smaller, so do a 2x2. Okay, let's do a 2x2. And you know what? If it's too small, we can cut more paper. My gosh, let's not let that be the problem today. That's the biggest problem we have. We are killing it, right? Because sometimes when you have too much paper, then you have to fill it, and right? I actually kind of like that better. Okay, now we said birthday. Okay, hang on. Oh, I only got it one. Whoa! I'm throwing things around. The white piece doesn't need to be square. It does not. You're correct. I just think it looks more balanced. I was gonna say abstract. That's not the word I was looking for. I could do birthday wishes. I forgot about my little piggy. Happy birthday to you, my piggy wiggy. Does not have a birthday one in it. Oh, you know what I have not used yet? I have not used this one. That does not even have a birthday one in it. Oh, I haven't used this one either. This one. Happy birthday. I could do it and cut it out. I'm trying to think about birthday stamps. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. What's this one? Oh, that one's really old. Ooh, how did that one end up in here? Okay, let's pick from one of those. I'm sure I've got lots more, but pop a white piece after stamping. Pop up white piece after stamping. Yes. It could be a landscape card and the sentiment could run the same way as the long strip background. Ooh, look at you guys. I go this way. Is this what you're saying? Oh, that's actually really pretty. It's so pretty. So what I could actually do is I could use this happy birthday and I could cut these out and then pop them up too. Oh, look, there's a happy birthday right there too. It's small, but, or there's birthday wishes, which might be kind of fun there. Let's see what the birthday wishes looks like. That's what birthday wishes looks like. I got this one too while I was at, after being at the cottage because I thought it was super cute. Not 29 anymore. Birthday wishes. Hi, Irene. You guys like this birthday wishes one? I kind of like it too. This one's really pretty. I like the fact we did this as a landscape card, actually. Because I tend to gravitate to always portrait cards for some reason. Not on purpose, but Sometimes that's what happens. Okay, I'm lining this up with my gloss mat. I'm going to do the Okay, I'm going to do the ink in Secret Sea. And the reason I'm doing that is because there's Secret Sea in this paper here. We can try this. If we don't like it, friends, it's not the end of the world. We can change it. This is the beauty of card making. Nothing is a final decision. What do you think? It looks better as landscape, doesn't it? Yeah, I agree. I agree. I like it much better. And we're going to pop this up. Yes. My dimensionals that are not those ones, that are these ones. So do I want to, do I need to do anything else to this before I pop it up? Speak now or forever hold your pieces. Reese's Pieces. Add a piece of blue ribbon under the white. Okay, hang on. Let me get my blue ribbon. I just moved it on the weekend because I was having a bit of a meltdown. Here it goes. I was having a bit of a meltdown on the weekend, friends. I'm not going to lie. Just put this here so you guys can see what we're talking about. So I have this one. This is very pretty and it's the same color. Or I have Secret Sea. I think Secret Sea on here might be too dark. Do you like that? Or do you want me to kind of do it more like this? Ish. Like, okay. Do you know what I mean? Kind of more like that. Loopy. Loopy or straight? Lord knows I'm loopy, but... Or sponge the edges. Okay, I can do that. Yes, Sheila, honey, I'm telling you, sweetheart, so many things going on right now. So yes, so many things. Oh, look at this. Look at this, I got a blue dauber right in front of me. That never happens. Okay, so I'm going to use Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to, with my finger dauber, which I need to order more finger daubers. Linda. I think I have your bag still here. I think it's still sitting on the chair. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to wait a couple days to put it out because it's snowing and I don't want you coming out here to get the bag. It's funny how those things just hit you at the stupidest times. Yeah. So many things happening. Yeah, I had a really wild dream the other night. It's actually hilarious. So if you know my mother-in-law, you know that she's very conservative and doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, you know, follows all the rules of the world. And I had a funny dream that she came out on a Saturday and randomly had 2 tattoos. And I could tell you exactly what tattoos they were. And I told her, and I thought the poor lady was going to have a heart attack. Oh, geez, I would never do that, she says. Clearly, my brain is a little bit in overload. Okay, I have 2 loopies and a ribbon, a straight ribbon. So I need a tiebreaker. So do I want a straight ribbon? Do I want a loopy ribbon? I need a tiebreaker, friends. Let's just pretend this is... I actually think I might like the straight ribbon better, friends. I'm telling you, I don't know. I like the straight ribbon. I think this is too... Too Is that even a technical term? Too Loopy, loopy, loopy. Straight, but lighter rotary. What? Okay, I don't know what she's doing. But anyway, let me see if I have a lighter blue. Oh, hang on. What about cloud cover? Hang on. Wait. Okay, hang on. Wait. Okay. Here. Hang on. How about cloud cover? I have cloud cover. Oh my goodness, I'm laughing at you, Fernanda. I can't even right now. Oh. Okay, so here's the lighter blue. This is cloud cover, so I could do a loopy loop. Okay, just to show you guys kind of what it might look like. This is not how I would normally do a loopy loop, but anyway, nonetheless. Okay, I don't think I like the loopy loop. I'm not gonna lie. I think I want a straight across. Straight. Friends, I'm going straight. I'm making the executive decision to go straight, to put my ribbon straight. Because I don't like the loopy loop. Not on this card. Normally, 99.9 times, I do a loopy loop. I don't think that's really the technical term, but anyway. This time I'm making the decision to go straight. Okay. All right, here we go. And don't fret, because we have other cards to make too. So we can make some changes. Have I told you how darn sharp those paper snips are? Holy crap. Okay. What do you think? Do you like it? Is it okay? Your card your way. I know, I agree. No loopy. Yeah. Okay. So that's card number 1. Okay. This is going to be interesting because you know I always start with the card that I don't like the most. But I think I'm not going to like the most. If you follow me. You know these things about me. Okay, let's go with card number 2. So this one, I'm using a color I don't traditionally use, which is Shaded Spruce. I have a piece of real red. This is the Elegant Pinecone paper. So I have this. And then I have my white. Now see, here's the other thing, okay? We did this, right? Maybe that's what we should be doing. Maybe we should just go right out of the box. Oh, I had a pine. I used to have a pine embossing folder, actually. I don't think I have it anymore, though. But I could take the same piece of, same pieces, and I could do a completely different layout. Put 3 gems across the bottom of the sentiment. Yes, ma'am. On it. On it, Miss Judy. Hang on. I just need my take your pick tool first. You guys think about this card while I'm doing this. beautiful. It's so beautiful. Okay. Okay, done. Done like dinner. Okay, so here we go with this one. What do we want to do with this one? Do we want to do a portrait card, landscape card? Do we want to do this landscape, or sorry, this layout? Do we want to do that layout? Do we want to do this? I could do this one, that one. So many things. So many things. So many things. So, thoughts. We need to emboss. So, I have this wreath embossing folder. I have this everyday plaid embossing folder. I have snowflakes. Oh, I'm sure I have millions more. You like that, Judy? Fantastic. Oh, I forgot to clean my stamp. So, I need some input. What are we doing with this card? And, well, I'm cleaning my stamp to put it away. This one's a holiday card, and so is the next one. FYI. Okay. So keep that in mind as we are designing. So we're designing our cards. Come on, my fingers do not cooperate. Okay. I like the last layout. I do too, actually. I think you like the last layout because this group of friends have got amazing taste. That's fine. Amazing. Amazing taste. Do you want to try a different layout? We don't have to do the same one. We can. We don't have to. Most definitely we need to cut that down though. Emboss the front. Okay, I'm definitely going to emboss the front. I'm going to see, do we want it with the wreath embossing folder? Keeping in mind, friends, that this wreath, right, because of how it is, this centerpiece will be here, so you won't see it. So you'll see mostly this. So that's why I'm thinking the wreath would be super fun. And it kind of ties in with like this greenery type thing. So I want to do that. And I could actually do this as well. You know what? I might do that. Emboss front. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the executive decision because you guys are awesome. I'm going to emboss this one. Okay. So here is the base. Done with the wreath. Well, that didn't really do what I wanted it to do, but anyway, you don't know, I don't know, nobody knows. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Emboss front, wreath, emboss red as well. Make the square vanilla or crumb cake. Okay, you got it. Okay, so here's this one. I'm thinking crumb cake. Do you know why I'm thinking crumb cake? Because the branch is here. Or crumb cake. Let's turn this way though. Okay, let me go get some crumb cake. Boy, I got a lot of scrap paper. So how many of my local peeps are coming to my blowout sale? I hope lots of you. Basic beige. You know, honestly, I don't have any basic beige because I used all of mine. And I don't think I ever ordered any more. Shh, that was stupid. What do you think? Do we like this or do we want a very vanilla? Okay, and this is yes. The sale. I knew you were going to ask me that, and you know what? So many dates in my head. It's a Sunday afternoon. Let me just look at my calendar here. Hang on. So many dates. The 23rd of November. It's a Sunday afternoon, and I am only doing it from 1 until 4. It's better than white. Yes, I agree. Am I good to glue this? What I have so far? You guys will advise on what our sentiment will be for this one. Okay. Wow, my eyes must be really off. No, they're not. Okay, there we go. I love this dark green. So I'm using my glass mat to make sure that my points are lined up. So I have it lined up with this dotted line and then this dotted line. So this is why I really like my glass mat. Because it helps those of us like me who are straightly challenged. Okay. Sentiment for this one. Oh, sorry, I didn't see there's more comments. Huh. Hi, Lorna. Lorna May. Oh, you live in New Brunswick. What is the weather like in New Brunswick? Can you see what it would look like with a courier or two? Oh, corner or two. Oh, sorry, it's a courier. I'm like, courier. Of this one? Oh, I just glued this down. I think you meant this one. Very wet today. Yeah, we have snow here. We just got snow today. And I'm not a snow fan. Not a snow fan at all. I think, Suzanne, I think you wanted this corners flipped. Sorry. I glued already. Okay, do we want, a sentiment for this one? So I have like that Merry Christmas might be too big. I have 'Tis the Season. I have Be Jolly. I have this one here. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Or I could like do a combination of. I could stamp this little guy somewhere. Right? Remembering the next card is also, these can see on the next card. Yes, we can see on the next card. Yes, because the next one is a holiday card as well. Sorry, I had just glued that down and then I read your comment. Make sure that is. I'm starting to speak Suzanne. I'm very good at reading other people's things because if I can speak the same language as my husband, we call it speaking Sean, because his text messages are usually like so cryptid that you're like, what? So you have to kind of like uncode what he's saying. So I've become very, very versed at doing that after 20, 30 years. 'Tis the season. Oh, I like this actually. 'Tis the season. Now, here's the thing. Do I want this to go this way? Or am I keeping it the same? So many options. So many options. Do you see what I'm saying though? One simple layout, friends, and look at how many different ways you can do this. So like you're cutting, like, well, you're not even really cutting, it's pretty much your scraps. And then you're just going to turn this into like the exact same card, but just layering it differently, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Suzanne, honey. So Judy Ann said, maybe stamp a sentiment in red with the leaf that you just showed. Turn on point. Turn on point. So I think you mean this way. Is that what that means? I'm going to put this on a block while you guys tell me what you guys want me to do. I'm very poor at this charade game. Like that. Okay. Okay. So Kim said turn it. Okay. I think this is what you guys were telling me to do. Now, I can't remember which ink pad. I have a really good ink pad, really good red ink pad, and I have a really caca one, and I can't remember which one is which. So I'm going to do this in red, 'tis the season, to pull in this red and the red here. Although I think this red here is cherry cobbler. Anyway, doesn't matter. Nobody's going to judge me, are they? Well, they might, but whatever. That's the biggest mistake I do today. I'm still winning. Okay. 'Tis the season. Now, my branches, I'm going to do in what color? Let me find my branches here. I could do that in like a pecan pie. I could do it in an old olive, shaded spruce. I don't know. I would probably say no to shaded spruce because I don't think my shaded spruce ink is that amazing. Because I don't use shaded spruce. Ever. Not my jam. So what if I do something like that? Bam! Do we have any thoughts on what color we might want this one in? While I'm putting my stamps away. My branches. My pine cone things. Part of me thinks green because that's what this is. So funny. There's like no comments, and all of a sudden like bam, all these comments. I could do Mossy Meadow, which would be a dark brown. Should I do that? To me, I feel like, and I mean, I know you guys will tell me I'm wrong on this, but to me, this green is too bright for Christmas. It's like, I don't know. Green. Suzanne says green. I'm going to do this in Mossy Meadow. Because there's Mossy Meadow in this paper. I'm going to try to do this without putting my head in the camera. Do I need to do one on the top, though? I feel like I do. Now I just need to stop asking. I'm just going to do it. And then you're going to say, why did you do that? That looks awful. I'll say, I don't know. Sugar. Okay, all right. I didn't push hard enough. It's actually kind of cute. Yes, it's very cute, friends. It's very cute. You did well. You did very well. Very, very well. Am I popping? Popping? Yes. I'm going to pop. And pop. Do I need anything else before I let this go? Like that. Beautiful. Aw, thanks. Thanks. But you guys actually made this card. So you guys should pat yourselves on the back. Well designed, friends. Well designed. All right. Are we ready? One more. So before we move on to the next one, do you like this card? Do you like this layout? Okay, forget the card. Forget the card. I don't care about the card. Well, I care about the card, but the layout. Do you like the layout? Like, do you think you'll use this layout? You know what I could have actually done? This is why you have to stop looking. I could have just done like 1/8 of an inch of a border in red behind that. Anyway, okay, stop. Stop! Looks great. Aw, thanks. Okay, one more. Now this one might be my favorite. So we have real red. What the heck is this piece? It's very crooked, is whatever it is. Oh yes, I know this one. Look at this paper. Yeah. Like, Friends, I need to cut this straight though. Look how, I don't know what happened to this. Not sure. Let's see if we can cut this. Oh, I guess that is actually cut straight. Ooh, that's kind of scary boo-boo. All right. Anyway. Oops. Okay, so we need to do some embossing here. So what do we want to do here? Again, I would like to do the wreath. Something is weird with this gold piece. I'm not really sure what. There we go. Okay, let's try that. Looks very bizarre. There. Maybe that'll make me a little bit happier. Okay, so do we want to do this one portrait? Oh, my God, this one's stunning. Okay, then we got to make this one smaller. So we're embossing. I just made a red card with a gold strip. See? Great minds think alike. Right? Great layout. Good. Yes, it's a great layout. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Beautiful. Okay, so what do we want to emboss this one with? So we're going to emboss this and we're going to emboss this. This is such an elegant card. So I can do a wreath. I can do this Forever Plaid. Which actually, you know what? Maybe the back, maybe this part would be nice as Forever Plaid. And then maybe this one I could do with the wreath. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I missed some comments here. Emboss the gold glued on. Try it, keep the strip off center. Snowflakes. These are poinsettia flowers. So I don't know if that makes any difference to anybody. So we'll keep this off-centered. So more like this. Is this kind of what we're envisioning? So now that the cows are in the barnyard, my camera facing the paddock, like facing the barnyard, it goes off constantly, which is very annoying. Margaret says snowflakes. I almost wonder if I could get away with these snowflakes because they're elegant snowflakes on that strip. Maybe I'll do the strip, or sorry, the background on this. Gold frame around the white sentiment piece. Okay. Okay. So I want to make sure I'm not missing comments as I'm going to go emboss this one with the Forever Plaid embossing folder. Okay, so let's start there. Where's my thing? Okay. Okay. Okay, this is pretty. This is pretty. Okay, so we have that. Oh, I need to do my gold. Shall I try it with the snowflakes? Never mind, friends. I'm going to send this card to one of you guys. You just won't even know. If I have your address, you never know. You never know what might show up in your mailbox. Oh, this is so pretty with the snowflakes. Look how pretty this is. Okay. You know, I get really super excited when. Okay. What do you think? Are we doing good? This paper is stunning. Like, even this side's really nice, but for my purpose, I'm going to do it this way, though. So this paper is that Traditions of Christmas paper that was on back order, and it's back in stock, but it will not be in stock long because there is a ton of people waiting for this to come back in stock. So if you don't have it yet, I would suggest you hurry up and get it ordered. Which reminds me, friends, if you do not have an online account, you're going to need that if you want to take advantage of some really awesome things that are coming. Hi, Carmen. There's a new, there's something new starting December 5th. That Stampin' Up! Is doing instead of Celebration. I talked about it a while back. You're going to need an online account because you're going to want to take advantage of these. So it's super easy. You don't necessarily have to place an order. You just have to set up the account. Okay. So that's fun. Just if you need help doing that, let me know. I'm happy to assist. Just go in, make your account, because when this hits, you're going to be like, I want that. And I'm going to be like, I can't help you. So you need to get that. Just create your online account. That's it. And just let it sit there. But you also want an online account because that's how you earn your 10% rewards that you can save up and then put towards something big like your glass mat or your die cutting machine or your blends or whatever. Okay. Okay. So Linda said a piece of gold to go around my frame. Is that, yeah, you're going to ask me that, Janet. I don't know if it is or not, to be quite honest. Oh, I left it over there. It's the narrow one. If it's not current right now, it's from last year. So I'm not sure. It may not be. Because you know what? I'm done paying attention to what's current and what's not current anymore. I'm like, if I want to use it, I'm going to use it. Do I want to do this at 2 and 2 or 2 1/4 by 2 1/4? I feel like 2 by 2 because this is such pretty paper. And then I'm going to go get a piece of gold so I can do 2 1/8 by 2 1/8 to frame this. I wonder if this would be big enough. Oh, this is what happens. This is why you never throw anything out. 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. Okay. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Friends. Friends, look. Shh, one no secret. Oh my goodness, they kill me. Okay. Here we go. What do you think? Yeah, I think it came in a 2-pack, Janet. So there's the snowflakes and maybe the pine one at the same time. And I don't know what happened to my pine one. Because I don't see it. Okay. What do we got going on here then? Do we have a Merry Christmas? Do we dare try heat embossing? Wait. What? Gold embossing powder? Vanilla for the sentiment. Vanilla. Okay. Okay, we can do that. Oh, hang on. I thought I had a piece of Very Vanilla right in front of me. These are all Very Vanilla envelopes. Well, that's not going to do me a whole heck of a lot of good, is it? Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Yeah. Very Vanilla's better. Looks lovely. Okay. So I'm going to do this one at 2 by 2. Is Very Vanilla even a color? Okay. All of a sudden I was like, is that even a color anymore? This is where my brain is at, my friends. I don't know anymore. Too many changes, too many things going on. I'm getting old. You like this better? This is Very Vanilla. Yeah. Most definitely. Florida's getting snow? Oh my. Well, I know there's a ton of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators in Las Vegas this week for Backstage, which is the leadership conference, and I was supposed to go. And then I decided to not go because I didn't know if I was going to have a job or not at that point. So I was like, I can't commit to going if I don't have a job. So I decided not to go. And now I wish I was there. It's okay. I'll live through all my friends that are there. What's going on? I'm just trying to plug in my heat gun here. I never keep my heat gun plugged in, by the way. Just as an FYI. Are you guys okay if I do oh, I better make sure this is actually going to fit. Hang on. Wait. Mary. Oh, it's not going to fit. Oh no. Oh no. Sugar and spice, but nothing is very nice. Friends, it's not going to work. What if I did Happy Holidays? That's kind of... That barely fits either. I wanted something really like... I'd really have to hold my breath the right way. Okay, well, I guess we're not doing that one. That just makes me sad. Wait. Just do Mary. There's a lot of Canadians that are not going, Judy. I think there's a handful of Canadians that were going. There's a picture from numerous years ago. Not numerous. It was the last time I was at a leadership conference. It was in Florida. And there was a lot of us there. A lot of Canadians. And you're not going to see that this year. Just in the way the world is right now, a lot of people have opted to not go. There's a cost involved. Like it's quite expensive to go. And as a demonstrator, this is our busiest time of year. So it really doesn't make sense for us to leave our business to go. Somebody said just do Mary. Okay, I think we're just going to do Mary. I kind of like that idea. Okay, now here's my question, though, before we go away here. Am I doing it like on a diamond shape? Or do I want to go this way? Because it's going to depend on how I emboss this. So square or diamond? That's what I need. Square or diamond? I'm going to need to get Versamark. Yeah, there's a lot of Americans that aren't going. But I'll tell you, there's a ton of Canadians not going. A ton. Yeah, it's expensive. It's a very expensive endeavor. A couple $1,000 by the time you do flights and stuff. Diamond, square, diagonal. Hang on. Square, diamond, diamond. Okay, we're going diamond. Okay, so I put my, what did I call that thing? Embossing buddy down. After I just lined up my paper. This is the reality of my life, friends. Okay, I'm doing Mary in Versamark. Right here in the center. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in my tray. I'm going to use my gold embossing powder. Okay. So this is the new Wow embossing powder. Okay, now I'm gonna get this the heck out of the way. Put this the heck out of the way. I'm gonna bring in my tweezers. I'm gonna heat this baby up. Okay. I'll clean up my mess in a second. Oh, look how pretty this is. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to glue the vanilla onto the gold flat, but then I'm going to pop it up. Aw, thanks, Margaret. Yeah, it's a fine balance, right? Like, I haven't been to an onstage or backstage. So backstage is for leaders. And the last one I was at, oh, I don't even remember the last one I was at. It's been a few years because of a variety of things. And they've changed them. They used to just do them before the onstage, which is for everybody, like all the demonstrators. The last time I think I traveled for Stampin' Up, besides the incentive trips, I think was Orlando. I think. And that was maybe 5 years ago. There's a picture posted. I can't remember now. I'd have to go look. And I really wanted to go this year. Like I promised myself I was going to go. But, you know, when you're in the situation where it's like, you don't know if you're going to have a job. You know it's going to cost you a good couple $1,000s. Like, does it make sense to go? You just have to make that decision. And I'm a very strong believer in following my gut, and my gut said don't go. So I didn't. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just thought I glued that wrong. There you go. What do you think of this one? Stunning. Stunning, eh? Oh, this one might be my favorite. I really like this one. Okay. Okay, friends. You know I always leave my favorites to the end, right? I do. We're gonna vote because that's what we do here. We vote. It doesn't get you anything. Just kind of gives me a feel for what you guys like and don't like. So I hope that you're going to take advantage of this layout because it's an awesome one. Like, it truthfully, you saw how many different ways we could have done this card just with the same pieces of paper. And that's why I love these kind of Monday challenges, because it's like, here's one layout, but look at all the things you can do. So, okay, let's do this. 1, 2, and 3. So you guys go ahead and vote. I'm going to get my embossing powder back into my container, hopefully without messing it up. Pamela says 3, 1, and 2. I think I agree with you. 3, 2, 1. But we normally have the same taste. That's true. That's true. She's kind of cheating. She's my sister. She's kind of cheating. Okay, so hang on. I'm going to look at the screen in just a second. I just got to focus on putting this back into the container. So Thursday night, guys, I was going to do a technique. I think I know what I'm going to do. But I'm going to try it tomorrow just to double check that the way I do it now, I still like it. Oh boy, look at all these comments. Hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 3, 2, 1. It's so funny how a lot of you guys all go the same direction, right? 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. Everybody likes 3 the best. 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. Sandra Marshall, have you been here the whole time? Or are you outside shoveling snow? Sandra got a lot of snow up her way. 3, 2, 1. Heather, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. It seems like it's almost a tie, guys. 3, 1, 2. 3, tie on 1 and 2. Yeah, they're this one is honestly, it's a stunner. I think it's the gold. It's the gold. And if I did this in cherry cobbler instead of red, because there is like some dark cherry cobbler in this paper, would have been stunning too. So if you're looking for a really super, oh, okay. I just want to make sure. If you're looking for a super duper easy card layout, like this is it. And I mean, you see, you can do this for any occasion, right? It doesn't have to be holiday cards. We did it as a birthday card. You could do it as a sympathy card. You could do it as a thinking of you card. You could do it as a go away, I don't like you anymore card, right? You could do it as whatever you want. Like, I'm not judging by any means. But yeah, and again, if you wanted to like step it up again, you could add another layer of cardstock here, right? And then like you could just add more layers, right? You don't need to actually fall exactly this, but this is scraps. This is scraps. This is what I used, my scraps. So I want you using your scraps. You don't always have to have new and beautiful and lovely and wonderful, although we all want those things. But use what you have. Use what you have. That's what we're doing here, right? All right. So thank you for joining me. Thursday night, I will be here at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time with a technique. And I'm thinking of a technique, but I want to make sure it's going to work because the product I used to do this technique with, we don't have anymore. So I found an alternative way to use, to do the same technique, using new product. So I just want to make sure that it's going to actually work before we go live, and then I totally embarrass myself because it doesn't work and all the things. Anyway, so if you have not signed up for my classes, there's only 2 this month. There's the Traditions of Christmas class, and then there's the beauty class. Can't think of it. You need to do that like now, because I'm ordering as soon as I'm done here. Yeah, if you're coming to my kit class next Sunday, awesome. And if you're coming to my in-person blowout sale, awesome. Can't wait to see you. Come and join me Thursday night right here, and we will have some fun. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for commenting. Can't wait to see you guys on Thursday. Have a great week, and we'll talk then. Bye-bye.